In continuation of my previous video discussing the composition of a prelude for an upcoming oratorio inspired by Dante's Inferno, I now find myself immersed once again in the intricate task of orchestrating Paradise Lost, The Escape, working title. I must confess, orchestration is not my strong suit. I have delved into various books on the subject, including Rimsky-Korsakov's renowned treatise and the writings of Thomas Beecham, among others. Nonetheless, my understanding of the orchestra remains somewhat amateurish. Nevertheless, I resolved to undertake the orchestration myself, rather than succumbing to the exorbitant fees charged by professional orchestrators. When embarking upon the orchestration process, one is immediately confronted by the daunting prospect of writing for a full orchestra. To mitigate this challenge, I decided to employ a smaller-scale sketch, as I had done in my previous project, which seemed to yield positive results. Therefore, I commenced the orchestration with the prelude of Act 1, The Fall. Initially, I envisioned a grand and expansive sound, experimenting with the immense power at my disposal. However, I found the full orchestra rendition to be somewhat lackluster. Perhaps my limited orchestration skills contributed to this disappointment. But as I progressed through various mock-ups, I realized it was not achieving the desired effect. Coincidentally, during this period, I found myself studying the score of Benjamin Britten's opera based on A Midsummer's Night's Dream. Britten frequently employs smaller chamber ensembles in his compositions, although I cannot definitively say whether this choice stemmed from personal preference or constraints. Nevertheless, I posed a challenge to myself. Julian, the full orchestra intimidates you. Can you convey the magnificence of the world depicted in Paradise Lost, the depths of hell and the heights of heaven, with a chamber orchestra? Inspired, I decided to explore this possibility, focusing on the chamber ensemble approach. You will notice that the piece commences with a solo violin, leading into pizzicato strings, followed by the delicate tones of a celesta and piano. Gradually, the winds and brass instruments enter the composition. Throughout, my intention has been to maintain simplicity, emphasizing the evocative soundscape rather than intricate melodies. I strive to create a shimmering and captivating timbre. In this particular piece, the music captures the descent of Satan from the celestial heights, symbolized by a meteoric plummet to the craterous abyss. The accompanying video presents the orchestral sketch for the prelude to Act 1, The Fall, from Paradise Lost, The Escape. Please note that not all the instruments are fully audible in this rendition, so those of you who are able to read music will need to imagine the sound in your minds. If you find yourself drawn to this music and wish to support the creation of this new composition, I encourage you to join my Patreon community. By contributing a modest monthly amount, you will gain access to exclusive behind-the-scenes insights and become the first to receive updates on the production. There may even be opportunities for collaboration on the project in the future. Thank you for your continued interest and support.